Okay, so in this chapter, basically, from so many challenges we studied earlier, we are focusing basically in this chapter that how will India constitute itself as nation and how will nation building process take place. Okay, now why was initially nation building or national unity important? So obviously we had partition and there was so much disintegration. So हमारा first focus था कि इंडिया को एक ऐसा इंडिया बनाना जो यूनाइटेड है और जहाँ पे सिक्योरिटी है. सो दीज वर टू बेसिक थिंग और एंड वेरी प्राइमरी थिंग्स जिस पे फर्स्टली वी वांटेड टू एड्रेस these two things as independent India. Also, India chose to shape itself into a nation united by shared history. Okay, shared history in the sense that we all went through the process of British ruling over India and how did partition happen, and in a similar manner we had common destiny. Okay, unity had to reflect the aspirations of the people and deal with different disparities. And unity का मतलब ये नहीं था that a constitution is there and everyone has to follow laws. नहीं, the aspirations of people should reflect unity. Okay, like what do people want, and there were different disparities. Okay, there were a lot of rich people and there were a lot of poor people, मिडिल क्लास. सो हमें वो डिस्पैरिटीज़ हटानी थी. ये इकोनॉमिक डिस्पैरिटीज़ है, सोशल डिस्पैरिटीज़ थी. सम वर टेकिंग एजुकेशन, सम वर नॉट टेकिंग एजुकेशन, कल्चरल डिस्पैरिटीज़ एंड एवरीथिंग. ओके, सो वी वांटेड इंडिया जहाँ पे हर किसी के बिलीफ को रिस्पेक्ट किया जा रहा है, हर किसी को रिस्पेक्ट मिल रही है, देयर एस्पिरेशंस आर लुक्ड इनटू. ओके, सो नेशनल यूनिटी एंड सिक्योरिटी पहला चैलेंज था जो इंडिया ने एड्रेस किया. ओके, जस्ट अ सेकेंड. Yes. So, what happened during partition and how were people displaced and rehabilitated? So, basically on 14th 15th August 1947. Yes, so on 14th 15th August when we gained independence. So, how did we gain independence? So, there was a two nation were formed, basically India and Pakistan. जो इंडिया में से ही carved out हुआ था पाकिस्तान. नेशन स्टेट क्या होता है? व्हाट इज नेशन स्टेट? यू हैव स्टडीड इन 11th ऑलरेडी. अ सॉवरेन स्टेट ऑफ विच मोस्ट ऑफ द सिटीजन्स और सब्जेक्ट्स आर यूनाइटेड ऑल्सो बाय फैक्टर्स सच एज लैंग्वेज, कॉमन डिसेंट. सो everybody is united through sovereignty. What is sovereignty? That there will be no external control over a territory in the internal matters, and everybody is united either through a common language or common history, all these factors. So two nations were formed on this date, India and Pakistan. Now, how were they formed? You might have a question. So basically a two nation theory was introduced and it was advanced by Muslim League. Muslim League क्या थी? Basically political party थी which were representing the ideas of Muslims in general, and it was propounded by Muhammad Jinnah. जिन्ना ने टू नेशन थ्योरी एडवोकेट की. Now what was this two nation theory? So India constituted of not one but two people. This two nation theory propounded by Muslim League and by Muhammad Jinnah, it states that India में दो लोग थे majorly. One was the Hindus and the other was the Muslim. So that is why it demanded Pakistan a separate country for Muslims. See, Muslim League felt that because India is having a lot of population of Hindus, so Muslims will never be represented in a country like India. So it asked India to give partition and to form Pakistan as a separate country for Muslims. This can be your question in boards also, that what is a two nation theory. So you can write propounded by Muslim League by Muhammad Jinnah, and he advocated that since India constitute of two people, and then you can further explain. Now Congress basically at that time it was not in favor of this two nation theory and basically a separate Pakistan which would lead to partition. But however the scenario was such, everybody wanted freedom was most important at that time rather than bifurcation of the country, and political competition was there, and also during the freedom movement we had a lot of spat, we had a lot of violence where it was a war between Hindus and Muslims, and plus British played an important role in this decision for creation of Pakistan. So finally this Pakistan was created, and it was agreed that India will get freedom at the cost of carving Pakistan from India. Okay, so now what was the process of partition? हमने सोच लिया था 2 नेशन थ्योरी अडॉप्ट करेंगे, हमारे गोल्स क्या होंगे, हमारे चैलेंजेस क्या होंगे. नाउ व्हाट वाज द प्रोसेस? सो वी ऑल नो it was very painful, difficult to decide and implement also. Now, how were these two countries formed? Which countries? India and Pakistan, on the principle of religious majority. Okay, it means that areas where the Muslims were in majority would make up the territory of Pakistan and rest to stay with India. So what was decided? All the areas which basically had Muslim majority, okay, that area would be formed as Pakistan, and the area where there is Hindu majority, that will be formed as India. Okay, so now there was another difficulty in implementing division of territory. Just a second, I'll show you the map so that you will better get a clear understanding. Yes, okay. So how was it a challenge? Let us study the challenge and I'll explain you the map side by side. Okay, so what was the first challenge? There was no single belt of Muslim majority area in British India. 2 areas of concentration, one in the west and one in the east. No ways these 2 parts could be joined. Decided to form West and East Pakistan separately by a long expanse of Indian territory. See, what is this first challenge saying? This is more of, yes. सो सी मुस्लिम्स की मेजॉरिटी ज़्यादा कहाँ पे थी? हमने क्या डिसाइड किया? दैट वी विल डिवाइड पाकिस्तान ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ मेजॉरिटी. ओके, सो दिस एरिया वॉज वन वेयर मुस्लिम्स वर इन मेजॉरिटी एंड दिस एरिया विच इज़ नाउ बांग्लादेश वॉज वन वेयर वी हैड मुस्लिम मेजॉरिटी. अब इन दोनों एरियाज़ को एक सिंगल एरिया बनाना या जॉइन करना, दिस वॉज नॉट पॉसिबल. So basically East and West Pakistan was formed. This was West Pakistan and this was East Pakistan, which was later known as Bangladesh. Okay, see, decided to form West and East Pakistan separated by a long expanse of Indian territory. How were they separated? By the territory of India.